to our channel. Today's video is going to be my 28-week pregnancy update. I am officially in my third trimester, and that's pretty exciting. At this point in my pregnancy, I pretty much always look exhausted and always feel exhausted, so that's been taking its toll on me this week, but yet I've also had a big burst of energy to where I can't even sleep. But anyway, besides being exhausted, let's go ahead and get into this video. I have noticed this week that my belly button has officially popped. So this is my 28-week bump. And I don't know if you can see it because I am wearing stripes, but you can definitely see my belly button. So like I said, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's definitely happened. If you can't see it in this video, you'll be able to see it in plenty of other videos. Trust me, it's there, and it's not going away until this baby is out. My first symptom for this week would be leg cramps, or Charlie horses, however you want to say it. They have definitely kicked in this week. I first noticed them at the beginning of the week. It was Monday, I believe, and I had done a really big stretch when I was in bed and just kind of like stretched out my whole body. And I do that in my sleep actually quite often, and so I didn't think anything of it. Well, right after I did it, I felt my calf muscles start to tense up really, really hard. And it was to the point that I was like, ow, ow, ow. And Tristan was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I got a leg cramp. And he was like, oh. But it scared him because he thought something was wrong with the baby. But nothing was wrong with the baby. It was just a really severe leg cramp. And that was the first of many to come, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. My second symptom for this week has been, like I said, I had a swollen, puffy face. I still kind of do. But I have had swollen ankles this week more than any other week, which that part's a little bit frustrating because I'm trying to clean and get all this stuff done for the baby, and it's kind of slowing me down. I didn't realize how bad it was until either Monday or Tuesday of this week, and me and my mom were just kind of conversing, and she looked at my ankles and she's like, why are your ankles so swollen? And I was like, because I'm pregnant. And she's like, no, that's to an excessive point. And so I actually did look at my ankles, and they were huge. I don't know how to word it without being over dramatic, but you can imagine they were pretty swollen. It was to the point that I did end up calling my doctor, just because the same day I had this other weird symptom that I'm about to get into, and I wasn't sure if it had anything to do with my ankles being so swollen, so I wanted to make sure that I talked to the doctor and make sure that baby was okay, which she was, and I am. The same day that my ankles were so swollen, I had this tingling going up and down my leg, but it was just my left leg, and it was just my left ankle that was so swollen. My right ankle was pretty swollen, but not near as swollen as my left ankle. The left ankle was huge, and the same day I had this tingling sensation going up and down my leg, but mostly calf area, all day. And I didn't really pay much attention to it just because I assumed it was a normal part of pregnancy, and it probably is. I did end up calling the doctor, and they seemed concerned about it, but for a different reason. They said that it didn't sound pregnancy related, that it was probably I got bit by something or sprained it. They asked me all these questions, if I had my ankle wrong or something like that, and I was like, no, I haven't twisted my ankle. My ankle doesn't hurt. It's just swollen and tingly. So they did suggest that I go to the ER, but I didn't end up going to the ER. I just kind of propped my feet up, and the swelling went down. The tingling had dissipated to a point that I wasn't too concerned about it anymore. My main concern was if baby was okay, and so I did ask them if they thought it would be okay for the baby, and they said it should be perfectly fine for the baby. It didn't sound pregnancy related. So I'm not sure if that counts as a pregnancy related symptom or not, but I'm pretty sure that it was. Moving on to the fourth symptom, I kind of touched on this earlier. I have been exhausted this week. I have had no sleep. At night, I'm not sleeping, and during the day, I can't really sleep. I have been fortunate enough yesterday that I did get to take a nap, and I slept so hard because I've been so exhausted. But at night, I have not been able to sleep well anymore, and like I said last week, I've just had these bursts of energy to where I can't seem to sleep during the day. I just want to get everything done. I need to clean. I have like this whole list of stuff that I need to do, which in reality, I do need to do a lot of it, but it's also kind of busybody work at the same time, if that makes sense. The fifth symptom goes along with the fourth symptom, which has to do with sleep. I have this week, I feel like it started on Saturday of this week, so it was basically my 27 week in a way, but also my 28 week symptoms, so I'm just adding it into this video. I have been waking up when I do fall asleep, and the whole side, if I lay on my right side, then the whole right side of my body has actually fallen asleep, and it feels tingly and numb, and I do attribute that to just the weight that has been on my body. I feel like that has a lot to do with it. I have been used to being so tiny all the time and not weighing very much, and honestly, I'll be completely honest in this video, I am actually close to 160, which is insane because previous to this pregnancy, I weighed 118. So that has been a big body change for me. It's been a little bit difficult trying to work with that, but at the same time, I do realize that I am growing a baby, another human, and so it kind of helps me to mentally cope with that and not feel insecure about it. But because of that, my body has been falling asleep on the side, which is a little bit weird. It's not a bad thing, but it is just a weird feeling. And then, let's see, my sixth symptom for this week would be peeing all the time. I cannot go 30 minutes without having to use the bathroom so bad. It's every 5 minutes at this point. I mean, if I'm not somewhere with a bathroom, I have to find somewhere with a bathroom at this point. I have to use the bathroom constantly. And then my seventh symptom for this week would be back aches. I have definitely noticed back aches this week. I have noticed that my back has started to carry some of this pressure, and so my back's been hurting. I've been feeling this shooting pain on one side of my body, which I think is either like round ligament pain or it's sciatica, one of the two. But those were my 28-week pregnancy symptoms, and I am actually pretty proud of myself for getting better about making these videos. I feel like they're not as detailed because I've been making them every week, but I do feel like it's better that I am making them every week. That way I can look back on this week by week and see what each of my symptoms were each week, and I feel like it's not as painful for you guys to have to sit through like a 20-minute video of me talking about every single week. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, leave me a comment in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys next video.